This project to me is kind of nostalgic and intuitive, as are the titles, as the music. I think the music came to me pretty quickly, and also using the algorithm of Endel. It wasn't only me making the music, it was also the algorithm. It felt very free and void of any feeling of I made this, you know. The project is called Gökotta, and it's a word that only exists in Swedish that more or less means to rise at dawn and go out and listen to the birds. It's the very act of doing that. The first song is called Ingen, igen, which is translated about no one over and over again. Yeah, I don't want to explain too much because the titles are very intuitive and they mean something to me, but they might mean something else to other people. And it's kind of nice to not paint my own picture all over the titles. But the second title is called Hej då, and it's basically goodbye, but it's a comma between the hi, then. When I listened back to that track, it just felt like a goodbye. Man, it's very vague. Third song is called Swansong, the Svanesång. Fourth song is called Bara en Skröna, and that's translated, it's only a tale. Kind of has a deeper meaning, but you have to figure it out yourself, you know. Number 5 is called Lyser Som Lumor. That translates shining like lumor. There was this old communist manifest / kids radio theater that my mom used to play. That was called Kåldolmaren Kalsippar. That was made by a famous prog band, Swedish prog band, but they did this audio theater and we had the tape of that. And basically there's a small girl that finds an old man in a basket and they're trying to free some people that are stuck in a cave working for the kings of the Western world, they said. And the kings of the Western world had a lamp, like a torch almost. And if you put the light from Lumor on someone, they turn to stone. And it's a whole, it's a whole adventure, blah, 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 blah. And it's basically a reflection of the capitalistic world that we're living in. And so, long story. Number 6 is called BB, and that's basically where you are born. Number 7 is called Talgoxe Talgoxe. Talgoxe is a common bird in Sweden that has a very beautiful song. It sounds like this. It's one of the birds that I associate most with spring. Spring is the best time of year, man. It really is. Spring is it's a time for rebirth. Wow, that sounds so pretentious. Fuck it. Number 8 is called Brunnsgubben. Translates the man in the well. It's an old tale that my mother used to hear from her parents. They said, don't go near the well because the man that lives there will catch you and whatever. But it was obviously because they didn't want her to fall down the well. So they told her there's a man in the well. Brunnsgubben. Okay, number 9. It's called Vitsippor. I grew up on a farm, and in the springtime there used to be a lot of Vitsippor around the house. Very beautiful spring flower. Wow, I know nothing. Vitsippa is called wood anemone. Number 10 is called Mölndal. Mölndal is a part of Gothenburg. It's I grew up in Fjärås, which is close to Kungsbacka, which is a small city. So Fjärås is a village. And between Kungsbacka and Göteborg, there's a place called Mölndal. It's the suburbs of Gothenburg. And the parentheses is kind of the phonetic version of Mölndal. The way you say it in the local Mölndal accent, which is Mölndal. You're from Mölndal, where are you from? Anyway, that's the explanations. Now I gave you all the explanations anyway. Probably bereft you of the experience of running free in the field of association, but fuck it. Now I'm gonna go meditate for 30 seconds, because that's all the attention span I have for today. Peace, love, and understanding.